honorable members of the House and the Senate and the Executive Council, former governors, U.S. Senator, my fellow citizens, thank you for the trust you have placed in me. It humbles me and it will sustain me as I work to lead our remarkable state. We live these values in our personal lives and in our workplaces. And every citizen, regardless of circumstance, should have the opportunity to live them too, to hold a good job, work hard, raise a family, and share in the high quality of life we enjoy in New Hampshire. When they do, they become empowered, and our state grows stronger. I have always believed strongly in the power and value of education. My parents were educators, and I was fortunate that they worked to make sure that my sister, brother, and I received the best educations possible. While we are seeing signs of recovery and growth, we still face fiscal uncertainty. We will need to be prudent as we develop our budget. And I am mindful that innovation is not confined to the private sector. We need to continue to find ways to innovate in state government so that we can honor our tradition of fiscal responsibility while serving the people of New Hampshire effectively and efficiently. Though we have much to address, we must acknowledge that we will not be able to do everything all at once. To those on the other side, I ask you to recognize that there are some things that government must do, not only to help our most vulnerable citizens, but also to provide the platform for economic growth. Needs do not go away simply because we don't fund them. And opportunities for innovation and growth can evaporate if we fail to make smart investments in a timely way. But if we work together, we can fund our priorities and balance the budget. As lawmakers, we must also recognize that our first and most important obligation is to protect the safety of New Hampshire's families. I am so grateful to all those in our state who put their lives on the line to protect our communities. From the police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and other first responders, to corrections officers and security personnel, to state employees who maintain our health and safety, and so many more. And we are grateful and proud of our veterans and members of the armed forces and the New Hampshire National Guard, so many of whom have been deployed repeatedly overseas in the last several years to protect our state and our nation while we have been at war. I know we all remain shaken by the tragic shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. We can be comforted in the knowledge that our New Hampshire educators are as bravely and professionally devoted to their students as the heroes in Newtown were. We can be grateful that our first responders protect us by responding to grave and unknown dangers with calm, skill, and intensity. But while our faith in those who provide for the safety of our communities should be stronger than ever, we will all need to honor the victims of the Newtown tragedy by coming together to find ways to make our schools and our towns safer and better. There is so much that I love about our state. Most mornings I walk in the woods along the Exeter River. The sound of pine needles crackling underfoot, the muted alarm of mallards as my dog and I walk by, the beauty and the stillness of an ice-covered stream bring clarity and cheer me as I begin my day. It reminds me that New Hampshire is a place of unmatched natural beauty. We see it in the mountains that tower over the North Country, in the lakes that freckle our state, and in the rocky shores and sandy beaches of the seacoast. We see it in every town and city. The awe-inspiring beauty of our natural resources is critical to our hunting, fishing, and tourism industries. It attracts businesses and entrepreneurs to New Hampshire, and it is critical to the quality of our daily lives. But what I love most about New Hampshire is the all-hands-on-deck ethos of our people. Whenever there is a challenge, our people are ready to help and pitch in. We are a state that combines independence and community as nowhere else. But that ethos requires that we fully include all people of talent and energy in the life of our state. Inclusiveness is part of our history. New Hampshire was at the forefront of the fight to save the Union and end slavery. Over the decades, we have welcomed waves of new citizens, from the Irish and French Canadian immigrants of the 19th century to the immigrants from Nepal, Bhutan, and all around the world who are reinvigorating our state today. We are a model for including both men and women in our political process, exemplified today when a woman Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice, swore in a woman governor. To end discrimination against people who experience disabilities, and we helped bring them out of institutions and into the community. Our recommitment now to that endeavor will strengthen our families, communities, and economy. And nearly 4 years ago, we led the way, without the force of court order, toward marriage equality. next to me struck up a conversation and asked me about my work in public service, including marriage equality. It turns out he was a recruiter for one of the biggest employers in New Hampshire, and he said to me, "Marriage equality is one of the best recruitment tools I have." He said it wasn't because he was necessarily recruiting gay or lesbian individuals. It was because passing marriage equality in New Hampshire signaled to everyone the kind of welcoming state we are. True throughout our history. Every time we bring more people in from the margins into the heart and soul of our democracy, we get stronger. We believe in freedom and the value of every person. It is our duty and our destiny to extend the same freedoms we enjoy to all our people. The work of moving this special state forward cannot be done by office holders alone. The doors of this State House are open to all who want to engage, learn, and contribute. It will take the ideas and spirit and energy of everyone. More so than any other place, New Hampshire is a government by the people. Addressing our challenges will not be easy. But we are granite staters and Americans, and we are supposed to do hard things. The question is whether we will live up to the grand vision that our founders had. Remember, the notion that we could operate as a true citizen democracy while also becoming an economic force in the world was at the time a revolutionary one. To some degree, our ability to prove our founders right will depend on how we approach our task. Scripture refers to something called gladness of heart, an appreciation of the opportunity and freedom to do difficult things. In this time and in this place, let's choose to move our state forward with the optimism and pragmatism that is our hallmark. With gladness of heart, let's choose to remember what a gift it is to be citizens of the Granite State. Thank you.